Okay, today marks 1 month, hard to believe, right, after Hamas's deadly attack on Israel. And here at home, protesters on both sides of the conflict are still rallying over the ongoing war.
All right, in California, you have a shocking story of a Jewish man attacked and killed during clashing protests over the weekend.
Truly unbelievable. Todd Power has the details. Hey, Todd.
Story here, guys. The death of 69-year-old Paul Kessler officially ruled a homicide, and prosecutors say they have not ruled out pursuing this case as a hate crime. Kessler attending a rally just north of L.A. on Sunday. That rally was to honor victims murdered during the Hamas terror attack on Israel 1 month ago. Witnesses say Kessler was hit in the head with a megaphone by a pro-Palestinian counter-protester. He then fell backward, hitting his head on the ground.
My friend had told me, no, that was your friend that they took to the hospital. And I was like, oh, geez, what happened to him? And he said, oh, my God, there was a lot of blood. He goes, you can go take a look at the blood on the ground. And I did. So then I left the area to go to the hospital.
Kessler died in the hospital yesterday morning. Hours later, hundreds of community members gathered to mourn the senseless loss. A local rabbi speaking out saying, quote, "It never should come to this. We have a funeral coming up of someone who simply wanted to wave an Israeli flag." The Ventura County Sheriff's Office set to hold a press conference on Kessler's death at 10 a.m. Eastern Time this morning. Back to you.
Thanks.
Just horrible.
I know.
Right. Hey, let's bring in Rabbi Michael Barclay of Temple near Simca, close to where the protests were. Paul Kessler lost his life in Westlake, California. Rabbi, did you sense this was going to be violent? You know, we had 100,000 people in D.C. The White House was defiled, but there was really no violence. What about by you? Did you sense this could happen?
I think that anyone in any sense would happen eventually. These demonstrators have been going out with the intention to incite violence. I don't know that they intended this, and it's a horrible tragedy. But I actually had sent an email to my congregation on Saturday night saying, don't go by this intersection. They just want violence. They're looking for some sort of incident like this. And don't get baited. Don't fall into the trap.
You know, I know that you told our producers that he did attend your high holiday services and that you knew Paul. I know you didn't know him well. What is the community saying about him?
Look, I actually looked at some old emails I had from him. I haven't seen Paul since before the high holidays, before the pandemic. And I'd like to read a quote, if I can, from something Paul had written to me back in 2017 after the shooting in Texas. Paul actually wrote, after each one of these tragedies, we ask for prayers and thoughts to go to the victims and their families, and yet they continue. Even if we subscribe to Rabbi Kushner's position that there's randomness in the universe, action, especially in this regard, would be more effective in preventing the need for more thoughts and prayers.
You know, sir, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
I'm curious because we've been seeing what's been happening all across the country with the protests. How's the Jewish community feeling right now? A lot of folks that I talk to say this is only going to end one way, and we just witnessed it with your friend's death.
Again, I didn't know him well enough to call him a friend, so I don't want to be misconstrued, but I think the Jewish community, and I certainly can't speak for all Jews, you know, we say there's 2 Jews equals 3 opinions, 4 rabbis and 5 temples. So that being said, I think that the Jewish world is waking up a little bit. The anti-Semitism that has been demonstrated by people like Tlaib and Omar, Pasuk Cortez, you can fill in the rest. It's coming home to roost, and it's been going on for a number of years now. It's gotten much, much worse. People are scared and they're angry. And my concern is, right this moment, domestically, is that they trust the police, trust the Ventura County. These are good guys, I know them well, and let them do their investigation. They have not, at this point, they have a lot of different incident reports, and we need to let them do what they need to do before we react emotionally in whatever form. And I think that's a really important thing for us to kind of stay calm. Let's just wait and see what they say at 10 o'clock and beyond.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you sharing the story. and hopefully it ends here, but it probably won't. I'm pretty amazed because, as he mentioned, Elon Omar and the squad making things worse, standing up and speaking out, demanding a ceasefire, genocide, Joe. This is within the Democratic Party, and then Barack Obama saying nobody's hands are clean. So that's almost a go sign for other people to say, you know, Democrats are upset about this too. Israel's not listening to them. The president's not listening to them, and that's just going to up the anger, up the ante.
And we've noticed on social media so much anger out there. At these protests, people will put things online of men and women screaming at each other, all the kidnapping signs that are being taken down. People are talking about all the anxiety that they're having. They can't sleep at night, even here in our country. And then we witnessed what happened to Paul Kessler. He was only 69 years old. A local rabbi talked to his wife, and she said she was in a state of shock. And she said, you don't expect people, or he said, you don't expect people to go to a rally and not come home. Today's the press conference. I know we'll be airing that. It's 10 o'clock California time.
I was really taken back at a tweet that I saw from Cori Bush saying that those on the right are putting Rashida Tlaib's life at risk by highlighting the clear anti-Semitism that's happening all across the country. The Democrats, they have to clean up their party. They have to stand with what's right, and they know what's right here. I got to tell you, as someone that's been in all these Jewish communities, I was at a school yesterday. I have never seen the amount of, let's just be honest here, Jews normally identify in America with Democrats. They are frustrated. One of my friends told me, I took him out to dinner, and he just vented to me. He goes, I will never vote for them again. If you cannot stand with us just as us being humans, they will never get my family's vote again.
Well, Hamas is a terrorist organization. It is deemed a terrorist organization. So when you see these pro-Palestinian protests and they're chanting what Hamas chants, it's really hard to wrap your head around it, especially knowing the stories of what happened to the Israelis.
And one of the Hamas spokespeople, people from the political wing was on the BBC yesterday and said, we didn't target civilians. There were no civilians hurt on October 7th.
They're just denying
Really?
it.
How about 795? How about 244 taken hostage? Only a small number are IDF or Israeli military. The rest are all
Hamas
civilians.
Is proud of it, Brian. You were talking about this last week.
Or denying it.
They're putting it on social media.
Yeah, so they're probably getting donations from it. Two different worlds.
It's crazy.